Hi Sagittarius, how are you guys this morning? My name is Kay, and this is Mona Lisa Tarot. Welcome. This is a very new channel, so I do ask for your patience as I do some trial and error and work things out. I have posted a tentative weekly schedule in the description box below, as well as where to send donations if you're so inclined, and a list of my decks that I currently use. Today, for your weekly reading, Sagittarius, we're going to be using the Tarot of Marseilles 2020 edition. I do shuffle 7 times. I'm on number 3, so I'll tell you a little bit more. There is no gender in tarot. Outcomes are not set, because free will is always at play, and I consider the reading to only be sort of a snapshot of the current energy. Therefore, outcomes are based on most likely possibility. If energies are to continue flowing in the direction in the current they are currently already flowing. That was a little awkward, but you know what I mean. So we're on shuffle 5. If you do enjoy the content in this video or think you'd like to follow me in the future, please hit the like button, share, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you'll know when I upload more content. This is a general love reading for the Sagittarius. I'm so sorry I said love. I should just start this over. It is not a love reading, and I'm not putting that my intent into the cards. I just misspoke. It could come out as a love reading, but it doesn't have to. Anyway, usually when things just pop out of my mouth like that, without me thinking about it, like, there's a reason. So we'll see what happens, Sagittarius. But at any rate, this is a collective reading for Sagittarius. Therefore, roles may be reversed. The situation may not apply at all. Take what resonates and leave the rest. So I did place the Temperance card. The Temperance card, in the center, it's the major arcana for Sagittarius. Spirit, please show me the overall energy for Sagittarius for this week. So we're starting out with the overall energy of the Pope. Taurus energy, major arcana. For those of you familiar with tarot, it's the same thing as the Hierophant and the Rider-Waite, or a lot of other decks that are commonly used. And then we get a couple on the floor. I'm not going to take those. However, one did flip over in the deck, and that is the 3 of Swords for the challenge or obstacle. These cards are slippery, and they drive me nuts because they're very new, but they're very pretty. Look at that. I can't tell. The lighting on this computer is horrible, but anyway. It's just the top, the front of them, or the back of them, however you think of that. But I think it's pretty. Okay, moving on. So Sagittarius, I was talking in the Scorpio reading last night. Please show me the goal for Sagittarius. About how I had a thing for Scorpios for a while, and then I switched to Sagittarius. And I'm not saying that you guys are better than Scorpios. I'm just saying it's like I was moving through like a cycle of the zodiac or something as far as the people I was attracting into my life. For your goal or highest possible outcome, we have the 10 of Wands, which is your energy, Sag. Anyway, to continue my story, I then met a couple of Sagittariuses, and woo-wee! It went from like, I don't know, I'm not going to get inappropriate and this early on a Sunday morning. For your energy that's below you to utilize, you have the 4 of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. Yeah, I'll have to do your guys' reading at night next time so I can get a little more, right now I'm feeling like awkward, like if I say something, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. My friends and I used to joke around that when a Sagittarius would walk in the room, my pants would fall off. And that might be a little bit early on a Sunday morning or whatnot. Why am I shuffling again? Probably because I'm talking too much, but it's okay. I feel like I did that for a reason, okay? So, not trying to be all woo-woo, everything's psychic, but lots of times when I find myself doing something or saying something unconsciously, there's a reason for it, okay? Now for the recent past, what you have behind you, Sagittarius, we have the King of Cups, which I see as Pisces energy, but it could be another water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, or just an energy, which I'll describe after I have all the cards laid on the table. Near future for Sagittarius. What's before Sagittarius? Okay. We've got the Three of Cups, Cancer energy. The thing about it though, Sag, you know, with you and I, with Cancer, it's like you're constantly like making me boil, and then I'm constantly like putting out your flame, and it goes back and forth, and it's not like it's a war, but I've had that struggle, that dynamic sometimes, at least in my intimate relationships with Sagittarius. But you guys are awesome. I am more Leo than Cancer technically. And so as another fire sign, I really resonate with you guys on a cool level, okay? So enough with the chit-chat. For your approach or outlook, we have the Knave of Clubs, which is the same as the Page of Wands. And see, it's not that it's the same, or one's better than the other or whatnot. It's just that, I guess I should say, the one that's more familiar. Now, in the environment, your house, so not your energy, but surrounding, you have the Fool card, Major Arcana. Hopes and fears for Sagittarius, please, Spirit. Hopes and fears for Sagittarius for the week. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And a final outcome for Sagittarius, please. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm not talking too loudly because it's early and my neighbors are probably all still asleep because they were all partying all night. For the final outcome, we have the Two of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. So Sagittarius, I'm going to tell you what comes up for me as I'm looking at these cards. With the Pope as the overall energy and the challenge being the Three of Swords, it could be that you are brokenhearted over a marriage. It could be that there is a person whom you trusted or considered to be a spiritual advisor or mentor of some type who broke your heart in some way, betrayed you, hurt you. Those are sort of simplistic, but it's just a couple things that I'm getting a vibe of some type of structured thing for you, whether that be a mentor or a marriage or a relationship, even just a family dynamic you thought you could always count on. Well, something happened and now you're feeling sad, and it's kind of a heavy energy for me. It feels like my heart is, just looking at the Three of Swords. In this depiction, you just see the three swords themselves. You don't see the heart, but yeah. Okay, I don't want to focus on that too long, but there's there is a heavy energy here, Sag, of having perhaps lost something important to you. With the Ten of Wands as the goal here, or the highest possible outcome, you've gotten to the place where you've struggled and you're burdened. You've been through the ringer, and so your goal here is to understand that you've reached the end of that cycle, to understand that you've come to the end of these heavy burdens and that you're able to lay them down so that you can restart with a new beginning at the Ace of Wands, which isn't showing here, but you get my drift. Your underlying energy with the Four of Pentacles, you may be having a difficult time though letting this go. There may be something that you thought was your security or your foundation, and maybe it's not totally gone at this point, because I do see you haven't laid the burden down. That's your goal, and you're still kind of holding on to something. But I don't think that this energy is meant to really stay, Sagittarius. Which doesn't mean, I mean, if you're hoping for a reconciliation of some type or something, it doesn't say that that's not going to happen, of course. And, tarot is for entertainment purposes only, which I may have already said. But I'm kind of sensing a vibe of like spirits telling me, this is this week. So when I do the Sagittarius twin flame reading, I don't remember which day I put that on the schedule, because this is my first week doing this. But when I do the Sagittarius twin flame love reading, it might go a little more into depth as to what will happen long term. So I do encourage you again, and that's not just a plug for subscribes. If you're interested in following up on that, then please do subscribe and hit the notification bell, Sag. Moving on, in your recent past, we have the King of Cups. This could be your energy. It could be someone else in your surroundings, thoughts, or environment. This is traditionally considered to be the king who has feelings and has emotions, but he's not like the Queen of Cups where he's freely offering it. So he doesn't come across as quite as openly like a loving energy with his heart on his sleeve, but he's got the feelings, and he's very emotionally imbalanced. I said imbalanced. I wanted to say balanced, but maybe that is important too, or maybe I just misspoke. Take it as it resonates. What I want to know is if this person broke your heart, Sag, if they actually were sincere and it was like a misunderstanding, or if this person was trying to be... I don't see any emotional manipulation here. Which makes it almost worse, Sag, because if you lost a relationship or a commitment with someone you really loved, and sometimes there's a little bit of a satisfaction or a part of us that wants to say, well, yeah, that's because this was a bad person. This person wasn't in touch with his emotions. This person didn't show his feelings. This person was manipulative. This person was cruel. And while the King of Cups can be slightly withholding of his emotional state, his feelings, whatever, it's not like a mean narcissistic withholding type of energy. It's more just like he's balanced. He's able to express himself in an appropriate way. I'm kind of rambling about that, but I think it might be important in the near future with the Three of Cups. I know I said I didn't see a reconciliation here, and the Three of Cups can be about reunions. So I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. If you really feel like you're in a situation with a person and it was a good person and you want to reunite, then you can maybe take that as a little ray of hope for that. Although I know Sagittarians are very, free-spirited, and they're not always all about the commitment. But I know you're also capable of emotional depth, and if you do care about someone, and you want to reunite with them, then you may take that card as it resonates for you if you know that that's your situation. However, for those of you where this might be an unrequited love or a situation didn't work out, I see the Three of Cups can also be an energy of getting together with friends, going out, having a drink or two, having a good time. If you identify as a feminine energy, then going out with your other girlfriends or whatever, or that kind of vibe. Okay. As an outlook or approach, we have again the Knave of Clubs, Page of Wands. It's sort of a childlike, playful energy of, since it's the way you're approaching it. I mean, some people say the Page of Wands means like a message coming in with some information, but I'm seeing this reflected as you messaging maybe other people, reaching out like in a way like you're kind of trying to take small steps to get out of this heavier energy of this broken heart, but you're not doing it with the page. You're doing it in a small way, of course. So of course it isn't, hey, let's go on a 5-hour date with dinner and drinks and everything so I can get to know you and start to see if you're the next one I want to commit to. It's more like of a, hey, booty call type energy, or if it has nothing to do with anything sexual, because I don't mean to be disrespectful, then just kind of like a flirty kind of vibe, okay? The Fool in your I can't talk. And I know a lot of I've heard readers, see, I do watch some YouTube as well, they'll say my throat chakra is blocked, and sometimes I'm like, no, you just smoked too many cigarettes yesterday or whatever. But that came into my head just now when I started to talk about the Fool in your environment. I started to feel like my throat was, like the last couple minutes I've been struggling a little with my words, and that's not normal for me. I have a Gemini moon. I'm normally very articulate. So the Fool, this person may be the one who broke your heart. Okay, let's start the whole video over. No, this is, actually I feel really tapped in, so I don't want to start over this reading. With the Fool, there of course is the explanation of someone taking a leap of faith. I do not normally look at the directions that the characters are looking or what they're looking at. Sometimes when readers do that, I'm like, that doesn't matter, but I feel bad now because you should never judge someone else's method of doing things, and there's another message for us all, Sag. But this Fool could be the person, focus, that broke your heart, and they're looking away from you very arrogantly. And whereas I usually get a very playful leap of faith vibe from the Fool, it looks almost to me like this wolf is kind of trying to say, wait, that's not the right direction. Or, it doesn't look like he's kind of like leaping up there to go along. It's like when your dog puts his hands on your thighs when you're, crying, like, what's up? Feed me, though. This wolf is kind of like, what are you doing? I think that you see this person, maybe too, Sagittarius, as a fool for leaving you. Not in a stuck-up way, but it could be true. Because even if this is a good person, Sagittarius, whoever I'm talking to, and this is a collective reading which won't resonate with everyone, but I feel that deep down, you have a good heart. You're coming from a good place. This person may have been too, but they may have just made the wrong decision. So, with the Ace of Pentacles and your hopes and your fears, everybody hopes for a new opportunity. As a Sagittarian, maybe one for stability, security, maybe a fear as well. I can see how that plays together. I'm going to leave that there. Those Two of Pentacles and the final outcome I'm seeing as an S. I did for just a moment when I was looking at it without focusing. Obviously, S is the first letter of Sagittarius, which is probably pretty irrelevant, but it could mean something to you. The first letter of, someone's name or a prominent name. I'm also seeing it a little bit as a snake. And of course, the Two of Pentacles can be about juggling. So it can be about having multiple responsibilities and trying to balance things out that way. But this Two of Pentacles in this deck in the Tarot of Marseilles, it's very balanced already. And there's that yin and yang and that almost connected infinity loop. I'm not trying to get all deep here, and it's not deep. It's pretty, occult symbols 101. But for the Two of Pentacles for you here, I'm seeing balance, of course. I'm seeing potential, because I'm seeing like this Ace of Pentacles. Obviously now there's two, but it's right on top. It's like you're taking steps toward. I see you doing things like in a very, and S is bringing out to me right now, I don't mean to be ridiculous, but like smooth, suave. You're bringing things together. And I don't see it as just being, oh, I'm healing a broken heart. You're a Sagittarius. It's not that you don't do emotions, but you are about broadening and expanding your horizons. And as a final outcome, I see you doing that, and I see you taking it all in stride with class and like a really badass kind of vibe. Okay, Sagittarius, I'm going to pull 5 cards from the bottom of the deck to end the reading as for what you don't see coming. First, we have the Devil, major arcana for Capricorn energy. Can refer to addictions, codependencies, obsessions. We have the Six of Swords. Moving from a situation that was fraught with difficulty into, again, smoother waters. Kind of going back to that Two of Pentacles vibe we had. Ace of Wands. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. There's a new start. It's passionate. It's exciting. With the Six of Cups, to me that just threw like, what? Okay, let me think about this for a minute. Because we've got this new passionate beginning, and I'm almost thinking that would be great to have a new, fresh energy come in, Sag, but it looks like for some of you there is a possibility it could be a new start with a person from your past. Either way though, if that's the case, that could either be what this Devil's talking about, be careful of toxic situations coming in, or it can be an indication that even if we see the Judgment, I'll know, but I don't think we will. The odds of that would be crazy, and I would freak out. Okay, back on track. What I was trying to say was that even if this person was to come back from your past, it's going to be in a totally new energy. In fact, with the Six of Swords after the Devil, it could even be that this person's coming out of some type of addiction. Maybe they went to treatment for a year in Malibu. Who has the money? But I don't know. That's just one possibility, and I don't mean to be flippant, because this seems like kind of a serious reading to me. Like, the energy was a little heavy, like I said in the beginning, but so was Virgo's. So finally, the last card, the fifth one at the bottom of the deck, we have not the Judgment, the Knave of Cups, or yes, couldn't see if that was cups or clubs. The Knave of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. It'll start out small, a small gesture. Someone may be a little bit nervous about how you're going to receive them, but this Page of Cups is facing towards you. And it's kind of, you might, if you have Virgo in your chart, you may want to look at that reading, because we also had a King of Cups in the recent past. And then he came out in the bottom 5 card as the Knight of Cups, and then the Page of Cups. And I could see this person becoming more and more immature and emotionally manipulative. But I'm not getting that vibe here. I'm just getting there may be a connection for some of you. The Page of Cups to me here is coming across as someone approaching you in a sweet way with a small gesture of love or apology or that type of thing. That's what I have for you, Sagittarius. Again, if you like the content or would like to find out about my future uploads, go ahead and tap on the like button, subscribe, notifications, turn them on. And it was nice vibing with you guys this morning. I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you soon.